7 here at Big 550 KTRS. Twisted Tree Steakhouse loves to sponsor our food segment each and every week. Congratulations to Twisted Tree Steakhouse, well on their second year. The Seibert family at Watson and Lindbergh. You know who's running Twisted Tree Steakhouse? One of our favorites. It's Jimmy Christo. 314-394-3366 or twistedtreesteakhouse.com. Today on the show, Ellen Prinzi, founder and CEO of Olio City. Good morning, Ellen Prinzi. How are you?
Good morning, guys. Good.
We've been talking off the air. You were formerly a scout for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Scouting coordinator.
Scouting coordinator. So you tried to keep the scouts in line.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. We can talk about start times later on. But you left that and you opened up Olio City.
So I wanted to create a product that allowed people to get to know cities based off local businesses.
Okay.
So we create original content around the best in local restaurants. So no chains, no fast food. And then we tailor it based off your interests.
Okay.
So when you travel somewhere, you're getting recommendations based off what you like.
Okay. So this app has been around how long?
We've been in the market 2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
And so if you go to your phone and you download Olio City, it will tell me what about St. Louis?
So you're going to get, based off your location, recommendations of the best local businesses that are around you, and you're also going to see the top events that are happening every day and this weekend.
Doesn't Yelp do that for me?
Those are all user-generated reviews. So I don't know if you've ever read lots of reviews. I call it the review hole.
Yes.
You've spent like 30 minutes. You've read like 7 conflicting things.
Right.
Grandma's complaining about the server.
And it's all from their competition trying to badmouth the other restaurant down the street.
So we wanted to create great content that was original. So we write in a kind of funny, this is what's great about a place. I didn't make this up, snackable content. It's not long form, it's not short form. So you can kind of download the vibe of a place, what's good, why you should go there in 30 to 45 seconds.
And you base it on your likes and dislikes.
Yeah, so you go through and you like this restaurant. Maybe you hate sushi. You're not going to get recommended sushi when you travel or in St. Louis. So we kind of tailor cities based off your preferences.
So my phone knows I'm in St. Peter's. So it would recommend, I go to your Olio City app and I say, I'm here in St. Peter's, I want dinner. It will pick out the local places around me that I can go.
You're going to see the best in only local restaurants that are around you, tailored in order of what you would like.
So it wouldn't show me something from South County because I'm in St. Peter's,
Exactly.
or would it? Or
No,
would
it would not.
It would not, yeah.
And the other thing, it also shows art, sports, music.
Yes. So you're able to get kind of the pulse of everything around you that's happening in St. Louis, whether it's events, restaurants, neighborhood guides, in one place. That's actually what the word Olio means, is combination.
Oh, yeah. That's good to know. That sounds like a great idea. Somebody should invent an app like that. How much does the app cost?
It's free to download.
Free to download. Okay, so I just downloaded it here, and I'm going to use it here in St. Louis. And then I go to Chicago. Will the app know my preferences from Chicago, so I just change the city, or how does that work?
So we're in Chicago and Nashville, and we're launching 5 other cities this year. So we've done the work for you. You land in Chicago, you're in Old Town, you're like, okay, I want to grab a beer. You're going to get recommendations based off of your likes and dislikes in St. Louis.
Okay, right. So it knows that you're still the same person from St. Louis.
Think about how Pandora or Netflix works. They learn what you're watching and they recommend things similar. It's the same exact technology, but for food and drink.
I love the fact that there are no chain restaurants here.
Yeah.
I do too.
Right? I mean, chain restaurants are probably begging for you to sort of put them on your site.
Nobody travels, goes to New York and says, let's eat at Applebee's, right? You want an authentic
and
experience.
If you do that, I don't want to know you.
We're not friends. Right. Exactly. So
I'm in Times Square. Let's go to a spaghetti house. Yeah, no, I hear you. No, it's great. Okay, so how do you make money on this whole deal?
So we work with the Convention Visitors Bureau, the local restaurants to help them create content.
Yeah.
We found mom and pop restaurants are really great at making food, but maybe not at telling their story.
Right.
And, if you're a visitor to St. Louis, I want you to spend your money, eating at some of our great local businesses and not just going to a chain.
Are you taking advertising dollars at all from this?
We do, yes.
Yeah, so if you're a restaurant and you wanted to advertise, you could advertise on this.
It's more about the collective as a whole, showing the best St. Louis has to offer through local businesses.
So if I go to a restaurant, I can like and thumbs up the restaurant and give a review on the restaurant?
Reviews, I think that space has been won.
Right.
So this is not a place to rant about the server.
Right.
We keep it positive. So everything in there is what's good about the location.
All right. That is fantastic.
I love
Olio
it.
City is the app. What's going on at Planter's House?
So Planter's House has a new concept called Small Change in Benton Park. It is This concept, I am in love with this place because it's craft cocktails that don't cost $20 that you don't have to get super fancy for.
Right.
It's in a dive. I mean, the aesthetic is very dive bar, but they have Stag on draft for $2. You can get a can of Busch beer for $2, but you can also get an amazing craft cocktail, a brilliant old fashioned like you love from Planter's House, for not as much.
Right. Yeah.
You can bring your dog. The bar is actually named after a Tom Waits song. I mean, it's just super cool. Check it out.
Planter's House in Benton Park.
Oh, it's Small Change by the owners of Planter's House.
Small Change is in Benton Park.
Yes.
Where is Planter's House?
Oh,
It's in Lafayette Square.
Lafayette Square.
Lafayette Square. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's been around for years.
Yeah. Okay. So Small Change is the new restaurant in Benton Park.
It's just a bar.
Just
no
a bar.
No food. Yes.
Highly recommended by the CEO of Olio City.
And
Correct.
it's pet friendly.
And it's pet friendly. And especially Kelly Jackson and LaRue's going to be there for quite a while.
Yes,
All right.
you probably will.
Download Olio City. It's free. It's fantastic. Ellen Prinzi, the founder and CEO, former scouting coordinator for the St. Louis Cardinals. Give us something that we don't know about scouting Major League Baseball and teams and players and everything else.
Well, I always worked with the high school and the college scouting, not Major League Scouting.
Right.
The emphasis that people put on makeup is something that's really emerging in the space, like mentally, how, if you can hack it, because think of baseball as something that's a sport that's not just about your skill. It's more so than a lot of the other sports are. If you're playing NBA, you can just have the raw talent and make it there, but baseball is kind of the great separator.
Right.
So teams are starting to put a lot more emphasis on, the makeup of the players. And I think that's
if the guy
interesting.
throws 98 miles an hour, but he yells at the umpire every time the umpire calls a ball, you think, maybe that's not the right makeup for our team.
Well, throwing 98 miles an hour is not enough to get you to the big leagues. There's plenty of first-round draft picks,
Right.
the first 5, that never make it, that you'll never hear of. But
Right.
in other sports, you can run fast, you can shoot. You're probably going to make it there. But
Right.
baseball is one of those sports there's more nuance.
Yeah. Families, fathers who yell and scream and rant and rave have no right when the scout comes. He was there. He didn't draft me. They have no idea that they're not looking for the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. They're looking for so many other things, right? They're not.
Exactly. I mean, that's definitely, hey, you throw 98.
Right.
Let's talk.
We're going to talk to you.
Yeah.
Right. But it's not the only thing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting. Ellen Prinzi, founder and CEO of Olio City. Thanks for coming in. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
this was
Thank you.
fun.